Yo, what up, Wolfpack? This is the Blind Wolf, and we back at it again. I like to thank everybody that subscribe, share, like, comment on these videos. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. All right, come on, Wolfpack, let's go on this journey. Y'all know I lost my eyesight July 7, 2007 while I was in prison. Well, I went through quite a few different things while I was in there, and losing my grandmother was definitely one of them. But it was a weird situation because I didn't have the best relationship with my grandmother growing up. But that's still my mother's mother. And my loyalty to my mother makes me not disown my family. You know, the ones that weren't there for me when I truly needed them. My mother was the rock in the family. My mother was the one that held everything together for real. And that's that was the queen. That was the queen. So like I said, my loyalty to her made me kind of like overlook the fact that my grandmother used to torture me when I was growing up from a baby because I looked like my grandfather. And I don't know if y'all ever heard of this, but some old people say that when one family member passes away and somebody else is born in that same year, that family member that's born in that same year is taking the other family member's life. Some crazy old head stuff. And my grandmother felt like when my grandfather passed away, I took him away from the rest of the family. So this is stuff that I used to hear all the time growing up, all the time. And she didn't have any filter with it. She would be dead serious, straight in my face, let me know how much she did not like me because I looked exactly like my mother's father. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. She would lock me in the closet and she would whip me with switches. She would literally have branches that she would want me to go and get so that she could whip me with them. Whip me. Tear my skin off of my body. And this was somebody that I grew up and I just did not like being around her. But if my mother had to work, then it was what it was. We had to go to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother, she would watch us, and she would treat everybody else so different than she would treat me. And my sisters and everybody else, they noticed this stuff, but nobody would be there, you know, to like look out for me like that. Not on no regular basis. Every now and then, I might have one of my sisters come to the closet and like, here goes something to eat. And that's crazy. They sneaking me food in the closet, pushing the door a little bit just to be able to slide something in there. But then she passed away while I'm in prison, and I'm really lost on how to feel about this. Now, mind you, this is how I found out she passed away. I called my sister up. My sister told me, Grandma, I want you to call her. So this is the first time I ever heard something like this in life. So I'm like, oh, all right, what's her number? Because I didn't even know her number by heart for real. And you know, back in the day, we used to have phone books and stuff like that. We memorized phone numbers and stuff. So I didn't even have this number memorized. And this is my grandmother's phone number. So I call her and she get on the phone and we get to talking. Maybe 12, 13 minutes go by, almost the end of the 15-minute clip. And she told me for the first time that she loved me. And I'm like, huh? So I never heard that from her in life. So I'm like, Grandma, what's wrong? So she like, I'm not gonna make it, baby. So I said, what you mean you're not gonna make it? And she was like, I just wanted to tell you that I haven't talked to you in a while, and I hope everything is all right with you. And next thing you know, our phone call ended, and that was the last time I ever spoke to my grandmother again. That was the last time I ever spoke to her again. So I'm kind of like confused. I'm really lost on how to feel. I don't feel sad. I'm not happy because this still is my mother's mother. But I really don't know what to feel. I'm lost on this. And now I gotta kind of like reflect back, like, am I wrong? Am I wrong for not having any type of emotion towards my grandmother passing away? But then I think back to my childhood and I'm like, y'all always told me to suck it up. Don't cry. Take it. And then I'm dealing with this situation and I don't know what to think. Because I know when my mother passed away, I could not control myself from crying. When my nephew passed away, I could not control myself from crying. When certain homeboys of mine that was close to heart passed away, I couldn't control myself from crying. But this one, I had no emotion towards whatsoever. Whatsoever. So I was totally like messed up on the fact that I don't have any feelings towards my grandmother's passing away. And this is not to down her or, to make it seem like she was a horrible person, but this was my life. This was my life. This is how I grew up. And now I'm in prison. I'm losing my eyesight in prison. But when I was a little kid, I sat in a closet in the dark all day long. All day long. But then the same person that did that to me passes away while I'm in prison, losing my eyesight. My mind is like taking me through some crazy changes. And I'm like, this is really not easy to deal with. Like, I didn't create, the lifestyle that I have to live. But this is what I'm stuck with. I love to go to my philosophy, and Marcus Aurelius says, circumstances does not make the man. They show him who he is. Man, I mean, I can go through a lot. I mean, I can take a lot. And I definitely have been through a lot and have taken a lot, and I'm still here. I'm still fighting on. I still believe in me. So the lessons that I learned from my mother, I truly appreciate because she taught me what true loyalty was. Even in my mother's passing, when her mother passed, I still couldn't, show that I don't care because of the fact that I loved my mother and my mother still loved her mother. And I can't take that away from them. But this was a lady that tortured me when I was growing up. Straight up tortured me. Didn't like me, didn't want me to watch TV in our house, didn't want me to watch wrestling, cartoons, none of that stuff as a little boy. In the closet. I don't really know what to feel about this one. But this is definitely something that I wanted to put out there to y'all because you never know, you can be in that penitentiary and you might lose a family member. These are things that you got to keep in your mind. Stay away from the penitentiary walls. Because you don't know what's going to happen with your family members while you inside of these penitentiary walls. You might want to be there for them. Might need to be there for them. Y'all be strong out there. Remember, the best thing in the world that you can be out here doing is being a gangster for your family. And what I mean by that, you being there for them. Being there for them. Not you willing to go do this bit for them. Nah. Think. Prepare a life. Put some sweat on your back for your family. Show that you don't mind going out here and being the man that you say that you are for them. Providing a life. Keeping them lights on. Keeping that water running. Keeping a roof over their head. Be who you say you are. Don't ever change that. Don't never let circumstances change who you are. Show the circumstances exactly who you are. Wolves. Wolf pack.